Hello, old friends. It's been a while. So, I know that I made a video on New Year's Day 2019, and oh, look, it is now March of 2020. So I apologize for that. I know that whenever I created that video, I had the intention of coming back and doing more content, and then just, a lot happened. Life got in the way, things, didn't go as planned, and I'm here to make a video to explain that and to hopefully let you know about my new opportunities and that there will be more content. Now, whether or not it's on this channel or not, I'm not 100% certain, but we'll get into that in a second. So, one of the things that happened is after I left on my first hiatus around, that would have been like 2016, 2017? I don't even remember anymore. I left my job at ForcePoint and got a job as an SRE at a very large corporation here in Austin that really wasn't a good culture fit for me. It's a great company. I loved the product. I loved what they were working on. I didn't really get too well along with the team and the people around me. And that was probably on me. I'm me. I am who I am. So you either like working with me or you don't. So it wasn't really a good fit, and it kind of brought me down a lot. Like, I wasn't really excited about tech anymore. I wasn't excited about learning new things or doing anything outside of work anymore. I kind of just sat around and played Overwatch and didn't really do much. And in reality, now that I'm looking back on it, I stayed far too long. I kept trying to convince myself that the lessons that I learned there were worth me being unhappy, and maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I did learn a lot. I have a lot of experience now that I can draw on running a very large-scale cloud operation for a multi-billion-dollar business. So that is something that I can really speak to now, and I do think that experience is worth it. However, getting up every morning and hating your life isn't really a great place to be. So I left that company. I'm now at a new company, which I'm going to put that off for a second. Maybe if you look at my shirt, you can figure it out. During that time that I was working there, though, I did start going to grad school at Georgia Tech using they have an online master's program, which is really fun. It's very well put together. It is a phenomenal program. I really enjoyed it. It's really time consuming. I would spend 8, 10, 15, 20 hours a week outside of work working on this graduate program. And while it was really fun and I really liked it, and it was helping me get towards a goal that I thought I wanted, I eventually realized that I could be putting my time to better use. There are more things that I want to learn that aren't really covered in academia. I was only really doing it so I could teach in the academic world, which now that I've kind of in my new role, I'm kind of realizing that maybe I don't really need it. Also, I kind of realized that I'm the kind of person where I can either do school full-time or I can do work full-time, but trying to do school part-time and work full-time it was too much, and it was eating away at me. So that is nothing bad to say about the program at Georgia Tech. If you are interested in getting, a master's degree in computer science, all online through a world-renowned program, I highly recommend it. I just realized that maybe it wasn't for me. I'm kind of the more in-person person, or if I had just taken off work and that was like all I dedicated my life to, then maybe I could do it. But the split really wasn't working for me. But if it works for you, you should definitely check it out. It's a great program. So after I left my previous job, I have now taken a job as a developer advocate for DigitalOcean. And I am absolutely loving it. DigitalOcean is a great company. I know there's been some interesting things in the press about us lately, but internally, the company is doing very well. I'm working on a lot of different things. My manager focuses on what he calls the 3 C's: community, content, and code. So I get to help on community by creating videos like this and creating tutorials and blog posts. And I did a webinar recently on Terraform that you can find on the DigitalOcean YouTube channel if you're really interested. I'm planning on doing a live stream soon on Twitch, and I'm trying to get a podcast going. So I am working a lot on community and content. Which I guess that a lot of that was really towards the content part. The community part really is, I still go out and speak. I speak at universities. I speak at conferences. We sponsor certain conferences, so you may see me around at certain conferences. Usually if there's a Python conference, I'm usually going to it. Like, I'll be at PyCon this year. at the DigitalOcean booth. So if you're there, come and see me. But other than that, I've been working on community content and then also code. There's a couple of open source projects that I get to work on. I'm currently working on the DigitalOcean Terraform provider. There's an open source project that I'm working on that is kind of using DigitalOcean in a classroom sense that as soon as I get a working alpha that has not completely broken, I will try to put up on GitHub, because I was working on it for an internal hackathon before Christmas, and then I took Christmas break and came back and it's broken and I have no idea what I did when I left. I'm sure that pre-Christmas Mason knew exactly what was wrong, but post-Christmas Mason has no idea. So I'm going to have to take a day or two and just kind of dig in and hopefully, fix that. So what does this mean for content for this channel going forward? It means it's probably going to be split. I am going to try to start doing more content for this channel again. I know I've said that before. You're right to be skeptical. The thing is that I'm now paid to do content, not specifically for this channel, but for DigitalOcean in general. So even if content doesn't land on this channel, there will be content coming out for me on the DigitalOcean YouTube channel, on the DigitalOcean community articles and stuff. I have one that I'm currently editing right now that should come out hopefully within the next week. Just depends on how quickly the editing process goes. And yeah, you should be looking forward for those. And then I will start doing a live streaming of coding on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Central Standard Daylight whatever time. So Central Time, I'm in Texas. That's where we're going to be. That's my time. Trying to kind of hit continental U.S. within the lunch block. I know that if there's anybody that's in Europe, it's kind of later in the evening. Sorry. You can always watch the recordings. They're going to be put up, I think, on the DigitalOcean YouTube channel. We have to iron all of that out, and it might take a little while for those to migrate over, but they will get there. So if you want to watch me do a live stream, you can go to twitch.tv/ZelgiusCodes, ZelgiusCodes. I'll also have a link in the description down below for how to get a hold of me. I might try to change that username because I don't really care for it that much, but I don't think I can get like Mason codes right now or anything. I think somebody has it and I have to find them. Also, if you just want to know what I'm up to, like I know if you came to me for content and you're really like hoping that I'll do more and I end up don't doing more on this channel, follow me on YouTube. Every bit of content that I do will be published by me on YouTube. It's just now I have to disseminate it to a lot of different areas now. So by following me on Twitter, you will find, out which conferences I'm at, like my latest blog posts, stuff. I mean, if you go to mason.dev, I have that website and I do have blog posts there. I hope to start maybe doing a couple more on that. Again, it just depends, now that I have to do this content, it has to go, I think I can redirect it through DigitalOcean and I have to figure all this stuff out. So I'm hoping to get a whole lot more content out there for you, for those of you that have liked me. I know that this originally was a BSD channel, and I think I said this in my last video, that it's really not going to stay that. I'm kind of pivoting into the DevOps SRE field and probably a handful of programming languages, mostly going to be Python and some Golang. I will still try to do some BSD-based content. There's a lot of things lately that's been happening that I've been interested in, or not really a lot of things that have been happening, things that I've never really got around to doing that I want to play with. So I will try to do some of that, but at the same time, know that this is just going to be a more general SRE DevOps channel from now on. And hopefully once I have a podcast, I will be able to announce it and you can start listening to me and hopefully some other people talking about some cool code stuff. So thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for all of you that keep commenting on my posts saying like, hey, are you ever coming back? Or, oh, I hope you come back one day. That really did, like, I still see those. I still get emails. I get random subscribers from time to time, and I really like it. And it kind of made me like, you know what, I should bring this back. I'm in a better place now, both mentally and professionally, to start doing this again. I really need to stop shaking my desk because I'm shaking the video camera as I'm doing it. But thank you very much for sticking around. I hope to see you some more. Definitely tune in to my live stream on Twitch this Wednesday. I'm going to be doing one this Wednesday. That is March 4th. And I'm probably going to be pre-running through a workshop that I've just created. That's kind of like an intro to DevOps and SRE thing. It's going to be basic server management and setup. And basically we're going to be building a blog server that is like continuous integration, continuous delivery. So if you're interested in that, tune in. I hope to see you there. We can chat live on there. Make sure you follow me on Twitter so you know exactly what I'm doing if you still want to get my content. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thank you.